everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Fibre Nerd podcast. My name is Allison Barnes, and you can find me on Instagram as Allison Barnes Yarn. And you can also find me on Instagram as I think it's Fibre Nerd Podcast. And on Facebook, you can find me as Allison Barnes Collection. This is Cricket, one of my new kittens. She missed me. I was out for most of the morning running errands. It was my son's first day back at school today, so we had lots to do, and it's supposed to start snowing tonight and tomorrow, and we're expecting about 10 centimeters of snow, so I thought I would get all my errands out of the way. This is my first time doing a full-fledged podcast format. This podcast is generally about knitting and sewing and hand dyeing yarn and other crafty types of things. I have a hand dyeing yarn business called Allison Barnes Yarn, and I live in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada with my husband and my son, who is almost 8 years old. And we have 3 cats, and this one is Cricket. And I have another smaller kitten named Kennedy, and our old cat's name is Wicket, like the Ewok. So I did write down some notes so I would try to remember what to say in this episode, because I haven't done this kind of format before, and I'm not sure if Cricket is going to stay with me or not, but I'm just going to grab my notes so that I can see if I have forgotten anything yet. Today is Monday, January 8th. Happy New Year, guys. It's 2018. And if you've watched me before, thanks so much for coming back. And if this is your first time watching, thanks for checking me out. If you like this podcast, and I'm pretty rusty because this is episode 6, I think. If you like this podcast, you can click on subscribe and you'll get a notification when I post a new video. So I hope you guys had a good Christmas. I really did have a very nice Christmas. I haven't done any dyeing since the week before Christmas, and that was a wholesale order from my local yarn store called the Fibre Nook. And so I basically took about 2.5 weeks off or so, and I'm ready to start getting back at it, because as you can see, I do have a few holes in my yarn shelf behind me. This is all stock from my website, and I have a market to prepare for in early March, and that'll be my first market of 2018. It is the curated market, and it is in Edmonton at the Prince of Wales Armories downtown, and it's a 2-day market, Saturday and Sunday. I'm trying to decide how to schedule my time this year, now that I am wanting to do a weekly podcast. And I'm going to try out podcasting on Mondays, and that'll happen after I do my weekly, groceries and errands and that sort of thing. Mondays is usually quite busy for me, and so I often don't get an opportunity to do any dyeing on Mondays. And then I think that I will do most of my dyeing on maybe like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and have the weekend off and do my weekly stocking of my website on, I'm thinking Wednesdays, and I haven't decided on a time yet. But that will give my yarn time to dry over the weekend, and then time to photograph it on Tuesdays and get listings and that kind of thing ready and updated for a Wednesday update. That's my hair. So I thought in this episode I would talk to you a little bit about some of the things I've been working on over the Christmas break, and as well I would like to do a little bit of a review of my finished objects from 2017. So I think I will start with some knitting projects, and then I'll show a few sewing projects. I don't expect this will take very long because I'm not a very chatty type of person, but I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to grab my FOs. The light's a little bright from the window, but I kind of wanted to sit in front of my yarn wall today because it makes a nice background. And I'm just having some coffee in my Salty Sea Dogs mug, one of my favorites. Best part is I can throw it in the dishwasher and microwave because I reheat my coffee a lot. So I'm going to start with what's on top because it's on top. This is a hoe technically, but it was my first decently knit sock. And it's a shop sample because I dyed some yarn for Canada's 150th this year, 150th birthday, and I dyed a red and white yarn, and I really liked how it micro striped while I knit it. It's too big for me, so I don't mind that I only have one because I'll never wear it, but it's really cute, and I hang it on the wall in my studio. And I can't even remember the name of what I called it, but the toe, heel, and cuff is my faded denim colorway, and I thought it looked really cute. And the next one, and I can't remember the name of everything that I have here, but I crocheted this shawl using some Comfy Cozy Knits hand-dyed yarn in the colorways Smile, that's the pink one, and Blue Jean Blues is this bluish grayish denim color, and it is so cozy. I wear it on the coldest days because I just cinch it up around my neck and I'm super nice and warm when I walk my son to school. And this is on worsted weight yarn, and I will call this one the Smile Triangle Shawl, and I will put the link to the pattern or the name of the pattern in the notes below the video because I can't remember the name of it. I'm sorry. But it was super fast and a super fun crochet. Let's stick with crochet because I have a finished, but the ends aren't woven in, short sleeve cardigan that I did this project when I went on a family vacation early, I think it was the end of February last year. And it's just got short sleeves, you can see the ends there, and it's a really pretty lacy pattern. And this colorway, I haven't dyed it for a while. This is my Shipwreck colorway, and what I would like to do is add buttons down the front so that I can actually wear it closed, like maybe at the top or something. But I haven't even worn it because, you know, the ends, and I don't know, maybe I'll try it on for you guys when I try on my other completed sweaters in a little bit here. So I'm gonna put that one to the side so I can try it on for you later. Another crochet object is this shawl, and again, I can't remember the name, but I loved the lace border. And there's a cat right in front playing with the shawl as I hold it up. And I used my hand-dyed yarn for this one in a fingering weight. The pink speckled color is called Raspberry Cheesecake. The white speckled color is called Cookies and Cream. And the dark brown is called Chocolate Brownie. Don't play with that, kitty. And again, I love wearing triangle shawls because I just find they're the easiest to put on, and you don't really have to fidget with them. And then as well, if you need it as like a fancier cover up, you can just drape it over your shoulders to warm up. Not that I need to dress up my hoodie that I got for Christmas from my hubby. And if you recognize the quote, or if it sounds familiar, you're probably right. Leave me a comment if you think you know what movie this is from. It's not the exact line, but you probably know. Okay, so that's it for crocheting. Now I have some knitted items. First up is my very first hand knit shawl, fingering weight shawl. It's the Girl from the Grocery Store shawl by Joji Locatelli. And it is super big. I'm gonna slide back here and stand up and show you. I used my chartreuse color as the accent, and My Hero is the main color. And My Hero was just kind of like a one pan wonder or one pot wonder that I dyed, and I really like the two of them together. I love super bright colors. I'm trying to crochet lots of different kinds of colors. But this one's really fun to wear with like my leather jacket, and I just think it's fun. And yeah, it was my very first fingering weight shawl. And if you're looking for a first shawl to knit, this one, you should probably knit this one. It was very, very easy. I had no problem with it whatsoever. And I don't consider myself to be maybe not even an intermediate knitter. I think I'm getting there, but I was very nervous to knit this, and it was so easy. So you should do that. Definitely try that as your first hand knit shawl. Okay, next up is a cowl that was designed by my friend Ashley of Comfy Cozy Knits. And this cowl is knit using one skein of DK yarn, and I chose to use my hand dyed DK Superwash Merino in the Whisper colorway. And this cowl is called the Autumn Chill Cowl. And it just bunches up really nicely around your neck. I'm gonna just try putting it on right now. Again, it's really good for our winters here in Alberta because you need to block the wind out when you're going out. So it's perfect. I love it. It's like a cozy turtleneck but without strangling yourself. So that's Autumn Chill. Now I think I misplaced a hat, so I'm going to go get it. So this is the Realm hat by Comfy Cozy Knits. I knit it using one skein of my Superwash Merino, 100% Superwash Merino hand-dyed yarn, and this was just another one pot wonder. But I really like the green, and I like the way the colors came out. This hat's great. It has a double brim so that it keeps your ears extra warm in the winter, and it's a hat that I'll pull out when it's a little bit colder outside. Well, now I got floofy hair. So when it's really a lot colder outside, this one's definitely nice and warm for that. And it looks like I'm probably gonna need that this week. It's supposed to get really cold again and snowy. So I'm gonna pause the video again, but next time you see me, I'm going to be wearing one of my FOs. So this is that lacy cardigan I was showing you earlier. So what I would like to do is to maybe put a button at the top just to keep it closed like that. It will stretch because it's lacy, so I could put buttons all the way up, but I kind of like it open. And I should probably get this finished because it's really pretty, and I think I would like to wear it in the summer because it's really pretty. So next up is a crop top. It's my first fingering weight garment, and I'll be right back. So let me adjust that camera a little bit. I'm just using my phone, my iPhone. Sorry, there's a fold mark here because after I blocked it, I put it in the drawer. I actually wore this top. Feels a little big here. I wore this top before blocking it, and of course it was a little bit more snug, and I was wearing it over a dress. And I'm just gonna stand up to show you the lace here on the bottom. So it is a crop top, and I don't normally go out wearing crop tops. I don't like to show my midriff, but see, I feel like it's a little bit baggy here. Maybe I just blocked it a little too aggressively on the side. It is a boxier shape, but I think it'll still look good over a dress, which is how I wore it the first time after it was finished. The sleeve, the cap sleeves are perfect. I love that. So anyway, this pattern is it's by Pippin Pin, and the pattern name is escaping me. Hold on. Okay, thank goodness for Ravelry. I'm actually using it kind of regularly to, I really don't like having my tummy sticking out because I get cold. Anyway, it's called the Mount Pleasant Top, and it is a crop top by Pippin Pin. And I use less than 2 skeins of fingering weight yarn, and this yarn is by Vivid Yarn Studio, and the color is grape, and it is on her colored tweed base, and it's super pretty. I'm gonna try coming closer so you can see the colored flecks in there. Nice soft yarn. And yeah, I would really like to do another fingering weight type t-shirt. I find it very comfortable, and I really don't like this line. I feel like it's drawing attention to my boobs, so just pretend it's not there. I'm going to change into my final garment that I finished in 2017. So this is my flax cardigan. It is the worsted weight flax sweater. Sorry, not a cardigan, sweater. It has the garter panel down each arm, and I made a mistake on each arm, so at least and they're not the same mistake. I can't say that it's even on both sides. I did an extra whatever it's called. Anyway, I have mistakes. I don't care. I love it. It fits great. It's warm. It's just the right length. I stopped the sleeves at a point that I thought I would like, and I have liked it a lot. I've been wearing it. It's nice and warm, and the color, I love the color. The color is my own hand-dyed yarn. It's called Shaded Moss, and I used about 4.5-ish skeins of my worsted weight yarn for this project. And what can I say? I want to knit more sweaters. I have sweaters in my Ravelry favorites. I have sweaters in my queue. I'm not crazy. I only have like maybe 8 or 10 things in my queue right now because having so many there makes me feel really anxious, like I'm never gonna get anything done. So I don't keep things in my queue on Ravelry. I keep things in my favorites, but my queue changes over time. Some things get bumped up, some things get bumped down, some things get added, some things get deleted. Just depends on where I'm at, how I feel. So changes every couple times a year or so. Sorry if you hear noise in the background. One of the kittens is playing with my slipper and a toy mouse. And it's very funny. Okay, so that is my 2017 wrap up for finished objects for knitting and crocheting. And I'm going to show you a few things that I sewed last year, but just a few because some of those items are not available because they've been gifted. Yeah, so another pause. So I've decided that I'm just going to show a couple of things that I made for myself, because I already showed you the cute little outfits that I made for my niece on the last podcast. So if you want to see those, look for episode 5, I believe. And a dress that I sewed, I ended up gifting it to a friend because it fit her better than it fit me. And also I sewed another dress, and I don't feel like bringing it down because it doesn't look like anything unless there's a body in it. So I will probably try to insert a picture to show you the dress. Unless I already did that in a previous episode, I really can't remember it all. So the first thing I sewed when I started to feel like getting back into sewing for myself again was a pair of leggings. And I found some really pretty fabric at my local fabric store. And the pattern is called peg legs, I think. People call them pegs, and it's by Patterns for Pirates. And if you go to their website, you can download the pattern for free, which is amazing. I made the high-rise version with a regular yoga waistband, and because this fabric is so stretchy, the waistband comes up to like under my bust. So yeah, but they're very comfortable. They're very thin and slightly sheer, so I don't wear these without a long top over my butt, and they're a little bit too cold to wear when it's below 0. Now other than the leggings, my favorite thing that I've sewn is the last thing that I finished sewing, and that's this top that I'm trying to get organized here to show you. It is a Patterns for Pirates pattern, and it is the Slim Fit Raglan top. And this is the top. It is a dark brown, and I don't remember the type of fabric, but it's a heavier weight than the floral. I use the floral as the band around. It kind of goes just over my butt, so it hangs down my legs. And the sleeves are 3/4 length, and I use that same floral fabric for the sleeves. And then I got the add-on pattern pack for the raglan tops to add a cowl neck instead of just a regular straight neckband. I wanted to try the cowl, and it's pretty fun. And it looks great with the leggings, and it looks great with other pants. And it was a very successful sewing project. Probably my most successful one to date. I didn't have any errors. I didn't sew anything badly or use the serger in a way that accidentally cut the fabric in the wrong place. I did use a serger for most of the construction of this garment, and I had to fix a couple of seams because I'm not very good at turning corners. So if I'm sewing down the arm and then down the body, that part right in the underarm here, I always seem to kind of miss catching the fabric a little bit. I'm not sure why, so I'm just gonna keep trying things, because it's very gratifying to be able to sew your own clothes and to have them fit you the way you think that they should fit. So I have other fabrics that I want to sew up. I actually have a little bit left of this fabric sitting beside me over here, and it's cut into a more of a t-shirt style, short sleeve type t-shirt, whatever. And that'll be the last of the fabric, because I had, I think, 4 yards when I started. So to get leggings, a dress, this top, and another top, that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to talk about for 2017. I don't think so. I think now I'm gonna give you a little update on my works in progress. I have a few, so you might be interested in that. I'm gonna go get them. Okay, I have 3 project bags with me right now, and I don't know if I got any more done on my Jamie shawl since the last time I showed you, so I'm just gonna pull it out because I don't remember. I was working on this until my sister's shawl mystery knit along started, so it's possible that I got more done since you last saw it, but no, I don't think so. I think it's about the same. This is my Jamie shawl. It's a worsted weight shawl, and I'm on my second skein of 3, so it's going to be quite big when it's done. It has a lot of interesting texture, and I will continue to work on this after the mystery knit along is finished, or in between clues if I manage to keep up or get ahead between clues. So that's the one I'm putting away now, is called the Jamie shawl, and it is a pattern by Jamie, one of the sisters from Cozy Up with the Stitchin' Sisters, and I'm using my hand-dyed yarn. It's worsted weight superwash merino, and the colorway is Log Driver's Waltz. So the next project that I am quite proud of is a sock. I yesterday completed my first Fish Lips Kiss heel ever on the sock, and look how pretty it is. And I did it on my 9-inch circulars, and it took me quite a while. Took me probably an hour, but I'd never done it before, and I think I kind of get it. So, you know, second sock's always better than the first sock, right? But I don't see any major holes, and that's the reason why I wanted to try this technique, is you end up with no holes, you don't have to pick up any stitches. It's you just do short rows, and the pattern is only $1, and I definitely think it's worth it in my opinion. So this is my take along knitting to work on when I need something mindless, like at knit night or when we go to soccer, because usually, you know, you're watching or you're having conversation and you don't really want to be doing concentrating on your knitting. You just want to knit while you talk and stuff. And the yarn for this sock is Regia, and I am using some really cute stitch markers that my friend Ashley got me from Riv Creative. They're on Etsy as Riv Creative, RIVCREATIVE, and they're from British Columbia. So you should go check them out. They're so cute. Little Hello Kitty, and it came with some small ring stitch markers as well, which is just perfect for socks. So lastly, I want to show you my mystery knit along. So if you do not want to see the My Sister shawl, avert your eyes. I'm pulling it out now. I finished clue 1, and clue 2 came out late yesterday. So clue 1 starts, hey, I have a cat here. She's playing with yarn that's dangling. This is the My Sister shawl. So it starts down here. You can kind of see the really pretty lattice lace. Well, what's it called? I don't know. It's lacy. It's really pretty. Then there's another textured section, more lace. Then you start switching colors. Then you do eyelets. And you switch colors again, and then you start some more lace. And the second set of lace is for clue 2, which just came out. For the My Sister shawl, it's a 3-color fingering weight shawl, and I'm using one of my 3 skein shawl kits that I pulled from the shop, and this is the Vintage Family Room set, and the bottom color is called Shag Carpet, and it's a beautiful gold. The cats are playing with the dangling needles. The middle color is a light speckle. It's speckled lightly with the gold and the green, and it is called Etched Mirror Wall. The cats are playing with this, my little cord stopper, on my Haya sharps. And then the top color, color 3, is called Velvet Chesterfield, and it's a nice cool green. So I'm using my 4.5mm Haya sharps. I have my 40-inch cord on one end and my 32-inch cord on the other end. And because you cast on using 2 needles, 2 sets of needles, I have my cord stoppers on the side that I'm not knitting right now. The cats are all over here. Go away. Go. Playing and packaging. So that's it, I guess, guys. I don't have much more to talk about except that maybe I just talk a little bit about things that are coming up, things that are happening right now, but I've been having a little bit of problem with my website. I'm trying to get my new subscription yarn club up and running, and I did post it and it went live. Kitten, no. It went live last week on Thursday, and I had a couple orders come in for the subscription service, but I noticed that the app that I was using for the subscription wasn't charging shipping or offering shipping, and it wasn't adding tax to the total. And I have to charge tax for my business, and I have to charge shipping because if you want it shipped, you have to pay for shipping. I contacted the app manager, and they said that their app doesn't charge shipping or tax. So I had to nix that app and look for a second app to try, and I found one, and I'm hoping that it's good. I have been waiting for this particular app manager to help me by installing the application because there's some coding that they have to add, and apparently it just was added, and now I need to go in and sort things out for Yarn Club again for my subscription box, which is called the Fibre Fix. Yeah, so I'm hoping that that's gonna be up soon because I'm really excited to kind of amp up Yarn Club this year. I think it'll be a lot of fun sending yarn in boxes with pretty pink tissue paper and a surprise in the mail where you can order 2, 3, or 4 skeins. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I really want to be able to send my Yarn Club to more people around the world. I've been doing really well locally, and I really want to expand my reach to other people around the world. If you have any questions at all about my subscription Yarn Club, please don't hesitate to ask. You can send me an email at AlisonBarnesCollection@gmail.com. You can comment below the video. You can contact me on my social medias. You can use the contact form on my website at AlisonBarnesYarn.com. I want to make sure you guys know everything about it so that you have no questions or apprehensions or anything. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to edit this video, and one thing about the videos, I edit the videos on my iPhone. I upload the videos to iMovie and I do the editing on there. And it's not that great. It's not, you know, the phone's like this big and I don't feel like I have a lot of control over things like, you know, I put my music in, I put a little picture at the beginning, and I have titles, but if I try to add a title to one section of the video, it's throughout the entire section of the video. So like if I'm talking for 20 minutes, it'll say something in the lower corner here or here or wherever, and it'll be there for the whole thing, and I don't know how to edit that. So if you are familiar with editing videos for YouTube, if you have editing software that you like that you can recommend, please let me know. I do plan on buying an iPad for myself. I've been saving up for an iPad. So I would like to record and edit on the iPad and upload to YouTube. So if you have any recommendations at all, something that I should read, applications that I should get, things that will make it simpler for me, I would really appreciate that. So, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day. Feeling kind of silly right now. No shop update this week. I will be starting to diet this week. There will be a shop update next week. And it will be happening probably on Wednesday, January 17th. I think that's a Wednesday. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.